your screens. And I was halfway through painting the screen because it's for a completely demonstration. And the demonstration we're going to be doing with the screen, we're going to be rolling down a motorized projection screen and bringing it back up to show you exactly how these gray screens reflect way too much light in the environment. And at the end of the day, this is something you don't want in your dedicated theater room. You don't want this actually in your home or in your business at all, period. So keep in mind the product that we're using on the wall is actually a paint we got from Sherman Williams. It is called Network Gray SW773. Now, keep in mind, some people may say, well, Ken, that's a house paint. That's not a screen paint. To tell you the truth, it is a screen paint. We have tested this product several times against some great screen paint mixes, the Cinemax. We tested against the Metallica mix, Personal mix, and also too against the UV mix. Now these are products made by a fellow by the name of Pro 1176. It's your product, man. I got to put it out there at the end of the day. I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, you may feel that I'm jumping on you, but we did do the test on his products, and his products did come up testing. It matched the paint. If you want to see more on that information, we'll post that link below of our test. And keep in mind, we did give the individual a chance to go in and back up his products by doing the test himself, proving that maybe we made him wrong, or maybe we might have jumped the gun a little bit on his products, but he didn't. He was able to back up his products at the end of the day. So it is what it is. So in this demonstration, we're showing you that at the end of the day, why you do not want to go with a great product on your wall. Because at the end of the day, you will end up wrecking your projector. You're going to get half of your projector's capability. But let's show you what you're going to get. I just did this demonstration a few minutes ago. When I saw this, I was like, this is a perfect opportunity to do this demonstration. So we got pictures already loaded up for the website. And we're going to be going on Facebook in a few minutes doing some demonstrations off of that. But I'm going to show you this right off the bat. This is actually quite interesting. Come out of here real quick. Just to show you how much you're going to lose on your projector. Mind you, the BenQ projector I'm showing you is an old projector. The projector I'm using in this demonstration is a Sony VPL FH30 at 4,300 lumens. It's a BenQ projector. This projector is a WXGA projector at 1920 by 1200. It is quite powerful. So at the end of the day, it's sitting around 12 feet back. This screen hitting this gray screen paint or product, or great, we just want to call it a great paint, a great product. Because at the end of the day, what we've tested already, matching this stuff at the end of the day, it comes up to be great paint at the end of the day. But anyway, as you can see, the projector we're going to be using in the demonstration, you will see that the screen is not going to have the ability to be able to pick up its contrast levels nor color due to the fact, as I said before, gray screens can't see color and can't see contrast at all. And at the end of the day, if you think you're getting 100% of your projector, you're dead wrong. Well, let's begin and show you what you're actually getting. Now, if anyone out there says at the end of the day, hey, that's not my product, it doesn't react that way, well, I really wouldn't go as far as saying that in the day because we have done tests and it does match. And like I said, we did give them the opportunity to go in and back up their product, but they refused to do so. So it is what it is. But this is what you're doing to your screen, and this is how much you're getting from your projector back. Why we suggest you do not use a gray screen paint product on your motorized, on your wall, on your fixed frame, because they do not work at the end of the day. It's an old product. A gray screen paint is a bump up from a white screen. That's all it is. And mind you, in this demonstration, the backgrounds must always remain black. So it must show color, and it must have the ability to be able to show contrast at the same time. Now, when it comes to our technology has the ability to pull extremely high white levels. To give you contrast, colors, and amazing white levels all at the same time. This is the reason why when you watch these demonstrations with these products, this is the reason why they must result to high-end projectors and dark environments. It's the only way they can maintain a somewhat decent image. That's why we call it a crutch projector, because they have to stay in one area only to use that projector. We can move about the house. I can go into the next room, I can fire up 3 projectors at the same time. I can go downstairs into the max out zone and I can fire projectors up down there. I can go over into my lounge and I can fire up a screen right on the ceiling and one on the wall at the same time. All right, let's go over here. Let's get back to these heavy contrast levels. You know, I got a lot of people when they talk about, yes, all about contrast. Yes, it is all about contrast at the end of the day. Everything involves contrast. Now consider the fact that my projector behind me is a $300 projector I paid for. It was outdated in 2012, discontinued. It has a 3,000 to 1 contrast ratio, that's it. And yet, it can see contrast level better than a projector that costs $3 grand. That sits right up on top of a screen that requires a dark environment just to pull a decent contrast level. At the end of the day, I've had people say, well, is anything wrong with the P2? No. P2 is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. The problem is that the projector it's cheated at the end of the day. That projector is an extremely amazing piece of equipment, but the problem is the projector can only perform as good as the screen is displayed on. Because anytime I can take a $300 projector and blow out a $2,000 to $3,000 projector and perform a better image at the end of the day, due to the fact that at the end of the day, my screen does all the work. Now, mind you, like I said, we give people the opportunity to back their products. And you can't back something that doesn't work. LG Jazz.
Getting that from YouTube.
I've seen this demonstration done in the dark by a customer with a gray screen. Every time that screen turns that tannish look, that means it's having an issue with color and contrast. The same thing I showed you on the sample sheets downstairs when we had this product downstairs, how they turn that same color. That's the color they turn when they can't process color or contrast. Now we're going to do a paint up display over here on this wall over here. I'm going to use this wall as a projector change out because we got the hooks already installed in. I can just come in and change them out as well. But we're going to turn the wall over here into a paint wall. I think we're going to do a bigger paint wall on this side. We're going to call that reality wall 2. And that'll allow us to swap out the ultra short throws, long throws, 1,000 lumen projectors, pico projectors. We can swap anything out on that wall over there. And that'll show you at the end of the day why you do not want to go near a gray screen paint product. Just gonna make a nice little test facility up here. I think I'm gonna start mapping out my wall over there for my screen. Now, to be fair, as I said before, I threw his products in the trash. You're going to stay in the trash because right now, man, up here, they don't want to be in this room, and they don't want to be up here. But we're going to keep our word as we said. Now he continues. Oh, no, you know what? Yeah, because you have to keep your word on that. I always keep our word. We could set it in a box and just leave it there for the time being up in the attic and just don't touch it. Because knowing him, he's going to run his mouth. He's got a bad habit of running his mouth. So we can just stick it upstairs, put it in the box, we just leave it up there. You open your mouth again, that way I don't have to spend any money on house paint at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, I really don't feel like buying your products all over again. And I really don't feel like going through the whole process of buying house paint when literally we can make it ourselves down here. So what we're going to do is we'll stick you up in the attic and we just don't touch your stuff. You run your mouth again, I'll take your stuff out of the attic, I'll bring you down in this room over here. You don't want to be down here, trust me, you don't want to be here. So Because if we throw his stuff out in the trash, what's going to happen is he's going to start running his mouth and thinking it's going to be. Keep in mind, we can get your stuff. It's not hard to get it. It just have to go through a process to get it. That's the only problem because you're afraid to have your stuff down here. So the fellow we're talking about is fellow in Crow 1176. Getting his products down here are a bit of a nightmare because he's really afraid of having other people test his stuff. Only he can test it, or if he has other people test it, he will coach them how to test it at the end of the day. So getting his products down here are a little difficult. We had a few of his items down here. We were able to get them down here. But like I said, we have his items. We threw them in the trash yesterday. But I'm thinking if I throw this stuff in the trash and it's gone, he's going to go back to his old ways again. So what we're going to have to do is take his products, leave them upstairs. We don't touch them. If he opens his mouth, we bring him down in this section right here. This is an area you do not want to be in. As you can see right now, what's happening to his paint down here. You don't want to be down here at all. So it's one of the things we do. Now, the reason why we test this product is because out of everybody else that makes gray screen paint products, this is the only person who basically lies constantly on camera about his products being customization and having special abilities, and they pull contrast levels, and they don't at all. They work just like everyday household products. Paint that you can pick up at Home Depot, paint you can pick up at Lowe's, Sherman Williams, the same thing. And like I said, at the end of the day, we do give the person the opportunity to back their products. And if they don't go through on it, then at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, what else can we do at the end of the day? So that's what we'll do. We'll stick it upstairs in the attic, and that's where it'll stay. And we don't do any demonstrations because what more could we possibly do on it? We've done everything. We've tested against paint, we tested against tablecloths, just about everything. And it matched. One of the screens and tablecloth it matched. One of the screens beat all three of the screens with the tablecloth. And the paint we had down here on the floor, which is the Sherman Williams, ended up matching all three of his products. And when given the opportunity to back himself to prove us as a fake, we gave him the opportunity. We're fair. He didn't do it. We checked the YouTube channel yesterday. He didn't do one video. So as far as we're concerned, this is your product. And I'm not going to waste the time and effort trying to buy the product when I know I already have it here. I'm just going to stick it upstairs in the attic. And if he decides to go on YouTube and start making lies again about his products, we'll bring you down there and we'll put your Cinemax right up against this wall right here. As a matter of fact, we have enough left over. I'll paint you onto one of the walls over here, side by side, just like this one. Because at the end of the day, you have to make sure you know what you're getting at the end of the day. That's why I think every day we're going to do demonstrations on black paints, black products against our own technology. And the reason why we're doing it, because at the end of the day, I was thinking about that. I was saying, you know what? These people do this to try to slander our technology. Let's use this to build our technology. So the very thing that you people think of, not saying y'all, but certain people think of, they're trying to tear down our technology, trying to say it comes up too dark. We're going to use that to our advantage point, which means you're going to see Mr. Bird going out and buying fabrics and black materials and black paint and all kinds of stuff just to throw against the screen. To show at the end of the day that our screens produce the highest white levels on black technology, on dark technology. So we're going to use it for advertising. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But meanwhile, at the end of the day, these are the same individuals who cannot do a side-by-side demonstration next to Sherman Williams and a simple tablecloth at the end of the day. And this is why I tell you, at the end of the day, stay away from the gray screen paint products. Look at this. Where's the blue at? Gone, not even there. Now, for those of you who want to say, well, that's not his product, well, I have a little link down at the bottom. I have a video where we actually bought the product. We did the tests. We did the demonstrations. It matched. We also have tablecloths too. All the tests were done yesterday and the day before that and last year and so forth. So we have all that information at the bottom. We'll post. You can check it out for yourself, or you can go over to the blacklist and you can check it out for yourself and watch the demonstrations from there. We have quite a lot of information over there at the blacklist about the individual who basically did try to scam us out of some paint. We ended up getting a black substance in a container, and we did end up winning our claim on PayPal against an individual who thought he was going to be able to get over on us and take our money and scam us at the same time. So like I said, buyer beware. All right, let me go over here. Let's grab something else over here too, while we're in all of this right here. Well, usually do the LG Jazz demonstration and do that one in the dark because that picks up better for them at the end of the day. Let me see what we want to do here. LG Beta Fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, the important thing I explained to you about black technology, and that's the reason why when we do those demonstrations by throwing all those heavy black materials against the screen and showing off white levels, the most important thing when it comes to black tech is having the ability to be able to see white light. As you've seen with the gunmetal technology, which is extremely dark, almost looking near black, can produce an amazing white level. And white levels are very important if you want to produce color. If you're producing too much of a white level, then your contrast levels drop and you end up with that. So at the end of the day, for those of you who do have gray screens on your wall, just so you know, you have half a projector. Just like you see in the thumbnail, that is your projector at the end of the day. And if you really think that you're seeing contrast and color, you're not seeing any of that at all, period. I don't care how you adjust your projector. I don't care how you calibrate. At the end of the day, you can't see it. If he can't see it on a $3,000 projector in a fully lit environment, then guess what? You can't see it either. And we're at 43 over here on a venue. That's pretty bad. And keep in mind, the paint we're using here, the Sherman Williams SW773, he matched the product. He matched it. All three of them matched the product. Like I said, at the end of the day, we don't need your product here. We can leave it upstairs. We don't need it here because this matched your product. At the end of the day, technically, that is your stuff right there in that container. Until he basically comes in and backs it up. He's going to have to do that at the end of the day. And when I'm done with this, I have a black on black demonstration. I bought some more material, black material to put against our screens downstairs. I'm going to do another black on black demonstration today. We're going to actually do a lot of those because we got to set up a page set up for those demonstrations on black versus our technology. Today we're going to drop at 1,000 lumens a day. No 5,000, no 4,000, 1,000 lumens. That's going to be fun. So that screen downstairs, keep in mind how hard this is going to be. A black screen is going to have to be able to produce a higher white level than another black surface. And it's going to have to do this at 12 feet back at 1,000 lumens in a max out zone. Do you have any idea how badly the light is going to eat away at 1,000 lumens at around 13 feet back? And that screen being black is going to generate a high enough white level to be able to outperform the other black surfaces. That's what I'm talking about by having fun at the end of the day. I don't get how people don't love this stuff. But let's continue on with this right here. That's what we're doing today, 1,000 lumens demonstrations today. Because I'm getting asked a lot about that too. We have 1,500 on our page, but a few people have been asking about 1,200 lumen projectors. You can do it at 1,000, but we just recommend that. But we'll have some fun with the 1,000 lumen projector today. All right, so let's get back to this right here. I'm just going to do a little bit more of this. I got more pictures to take because now we have a section on the site called Why You Don't Touch Black. Well, it's labeled basically the reason why you don't want to go near gray screens. But this picture slideshows, video demonstrations. I'm warning people at the end of the day, you do not want to wreck your wall or your motorized projection screen or your fixed screen and waste your time on a product, number one, that can't back itself. And number two, that can basically do the same thing as Sherman Williams. And look, you're going to get the same results, so it doesn't make a difference. Remember, I got another demonstration for this. This is not going to stay this way. We got a demonstration. Over here, on the other hand, we're going to paint in the screen. Just like this. Same way, except we're going to make it black. And then we're going to put in some of the gray into it. We're going to call that reality wall 2. And right here, we can set up a projector. We can swap up from 1,000 lumen projectors, pico projectors, ultra short throw projectors, and hit that same wall to show you no matter what caliber projector we use at the end of the day, your screen cannot pull up if it's gray. Just like the same thing I showed you yesterday. Yesterday, we had 3 projectors running off the wall. We had 720p's, we had 1080p projectors, all running off the wall, all showing color patterns. We put each one of his products up there. Neither one of them could pull a proper color level on each one of those projectors, which means at the end of the day, if you have a 720p, if you have a 1080p, or any one of those projectors, you still can't see color at the end of the day. What you try? There you go. So I got to get ready to finish painting the rest of the screen for the next video, like I said, because I had to get pictures of this and I had to show this off. This is pretty interesting. So what we're going to do is I'm going to change a few things around. I was going to put projector screens on all the walls, but I'm going to do something differently. So we are going to put one here because I can put a screen there. I know that for a fact. It'll fit perfectly there. This right here, I like the reality walls. The reality walls, man, they hit hard. They show exactly what you're getting at the end of the day. And with that, we can swap projectors out at will. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this wall into a reality wall. I don't want to put a projector there. I don't want to mess up covering up my windows over there. So we need to basically, because right now we can't do that. We're going to do the mech is going to be put on hold for another year because it's a very expensive project. Right now, I need to utilize this room for work right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this because we don't need that there and open up that window, let some light in here because we won't need a screen there anymore. We got enough big screens throughout the entire house. I don't think I need anything else bigger in the house. We got a multi-screen on the other side, on that side of the wall. So we're going to turn this into a screen here, right there, for doing the reality wall. Take this down, put a curtain there so we can add more light in the environment because we don't need a screen there anymore. We'll put the motorized here. Now this is going to be a swap out wall, which means it has the hooks and I just installed in. I can swap out projectors at will anytime I want. So we can play with this wall all day long. I can put my bio screens up there, whatever. The closet, I'm probably going to clear out, take everything upstairs. The closet is a pretty big closet. I can throw about maybe 10, maybe I get about 10 motorized projection screens. I can store them there. And that way, anytime I want to, I can pull one out, hang it on the wall, and we can have some fun with it. The floor is big enough so I can do customization, add some custom designing. And I may put a couple of shelves, not shelves, but brackets here and here so I can set up my stand with my camera. And you can look down, you can see me actually painting and designing the screens. So we're going to do a whole lot of stuff in here, in this one environment right here. We're definitely going to put in a reality wall. Now, for those who don't know what a reality wall is, this right here you're seeing right now, we call it a reality wall. This is a wall that's painted with screen paint at the end of the day. Now, as I said before, we do still have some of your Cinemax upstairs in the container. We still have some of it. It's not gone. We have some of it left. So, like I said, I always keep my word. Individual, basically, if he runs his mouth again, start talking some dumb nonsense again, we'll take your product out of the attic. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to store it in the attic. Start talking again, I'll paint your stuff on that reality wall if you want. And then we'll put that phantom technology next to it and we'll hit it with every projector we could possibly think of. You don't want that. You don't want to be in this room. Max out zone is pretty bad, but you don't want to be in this room either at the end of the day. So let's get this place open up. Let's get some more light in here because we need that window to be open up now. So I got a screen over here and we got to make some changes in here today. So we start getting set up for this environment for doing testing. Now, the reason why we need this with the motorized screens is because I get asked this all the time by customers. Can I paint a motorized projection screen? Can I roll it up and down? Is it going to crack or peel? This is fantastic for that because we can roll screens in here up and all day long and paint them in the room and hang them up and display them, which will be fun. All right, well, I got to come back in. Well, actually, I got to be on Facebook. We got to do this demonstration again on Facebook. And then I got to come back in, finish painting the screen. Then we have a demonstration to do tonight on the whole dedicated thing because he said something in this video which was completely bullcrap at the end of the day. I told you, when people talk trash, they don't back it up. They just get on camera and they run their mouths. No, I will literally back it up at the end of the day. So that's something I love to do. So that's something I told you about. That whole, we did it with Mr. Mannequin already. The whole, you ever saw the videos with Mr. Mannequin, you would have saw the demonstration. We had the white screen, and when the projector hit it, light was flashing everywhere. Turn around, Mr. Mannequin was just covered in all this light. The minute that black screen came down, the room went dark again. That's why if you saw the demonstration with Screen Innovation, that's one of the things they were pointing out about that gunmetal technology. When that screen came down in that environment, you could see the light just disappear and the screen just absorbed the light. If you got a dedicated theater room, that light is still going to be dispersing everywhere in the environment. I don't care if your walls are black, if your floor is black, your ceiling's black, you're still going to be dispersing light because the screen's going to be reflecting light off at every corner. And for somebody that said that's the best screen for home theater, no, it's not. First of all, you can't even see contrast and color, so how is that going to be the best to begin with? How does that even work? Don't worry about the light reflecting all over the place. You still can't see color and you still can't see contrast at the end of the day. No, bad idea. All right, let me go over and go to Facebook. We got a couple more things to do over there, and then I'll be back over here, paint the rest of this in, and then we'll start later on tonight with the demonstration when it's completely dark in here at nighttime, which is the best time. That's why I said we're going to use this room only because this room doesn't have any LED lights in it. It just has this one set right here, which I turn off. All right, well, got to get out of here. Thank you for your time. Oh, those have been asking about overseas orders. Yes, we do now ship overseas for free. So we can ship to you for free overseas. There is no expense of overpriced surcharges or none of that nonsense. We don't have any of that. It's free shipping. So no $70 surcharges, no hidden fees. You place your order, shipping is free anywhere you live at on the planet. All right, gotta go. Thank you for your time and God bless.